what's going on? I go by the name of Legacy B. I'm 30 years old. I actually just turned 30 last month. I'm from Miami, Florida, and as far as talent, I learned how to play keys at a very young age. My father taught me the basics when I was like 10, 11 years old. I played by ear. I never learned how to read music. Just playing in his house and on the keys and stuff like that. I started writing songs and poetry when I was like 13, 14 years old. Then from that, I went to downloading instrumentals and started writing verses to different instrumentals. My father had a recording studio at his house, and I started recording over instrumentals and things like that. Then I started songwriting for other people, just listening to what their voice sounds like and what their range is in, and trying to see what fits best for them, and started writing for them. So I mean, when it comes to talent, I feel like God gave me a gift to play keys, to write, to rap. I sing a little bit as well. So yeah. My story. I never really, tried that hard in school. I was always distracted by other things. I dropped out at an early age. I was 17 when I dropped out, and after that, I tried. I went and got my GED, and I tried to take a couple college courses, and I tried to do what I could. And then I had my firstborn child. I had a child at an early age, so now it was time to work, and it was time to hustle. And I always had a good job, a decent job, but on the side I was always hustling, trying to pick up what I could. And man, long story short, one thing led to the next. A couple years later, I caught a federal case, and they gave me 5 years in federal prison. And it was probably one of the worst, if not the worst, things that I ever had to go through. Physically, going to prison isn't necessarily the hard part. Physically being there isn't the hard part, because I could take care of myself. But I think the hardest part for me was being away from my wife and from my kids for that long. They gave me a 5-year sentence. I ended up doing a couple years on that, and it hurt. It hurt. I'm not gonna sit here in front. I'm gonna keep it 100. It hurt to be away from my children. I have a wife and 2 little girls. My girls are 10, and the other one's about to be 6 years old. And that was emotionally and mentally it was hard. It was extremely hard. But I had to. You have no choice but to get through it. You have no choice but to get through it. I had no choice but to get through it. I mean, it depends on how you handle the situation. Sometimes life will throw you something, but it's all on how you handle the situation. Me, I didn't spend my time moping, when I was in prison, and just in the rack eating honey buns all day. I spent my time wisely. Thank God they had a piano, and I got on the piano and I started writing, and I was writing, and I wrote, and I wrote, and I wrote, and I wrote. They have a MP3 system where you can download instrumentals. So I started downloading hella instrumentals, back to back to back to back, and I was just writing. I would buy another notebook and buy another notebook and writing, and got on that piano, and just I grew as an artist. That time alone will do something to you, and it was an amazing thing to be able to learn who I am as a person. I learned to love myself. I was 230 pounds when I went to prison, and I took care of myself when I was in there, man. I met some great people. Shout out to Robert Baker, former NFL player, man. He really helped me out while I was in there, and I lost like 50 pounds. I learned to love myself, man, mentally, physically. I learned to take care of myself, and now I'm trying to get it from the bottom up. I lost everything. When I caught my case, I lost my place. I lost my vehicle. I mean, I'm out now just trying to get it from the bottom up, trying to get a job and follow my dreams at the same time, because I never gave up on my dreams. Never. I still believe even more now that I went to prison and came out, I know even more now what I want to do. I know that I want to do what I love and get paid for it. You know, I don't want to do anything else. I don't want to be a manager at some place if that's not my passion. I don't want to, you know, go to school to be a doctor. I mean, I'm not knocking it, but if that's your passion, go ahead and go for it. But me, my passion is music, man. I want to write, I want to record, I want to perform. That's my passion. So yeah, man. Okay. Lessons I've learned. I learned to love myself, and when I say love myself, I don't mean that in a conceited way at all. I mean love myself like, you know, you gotta take care of your body, mentally, physically. You know what you put in your head. You know, the people that you surround yourself with. I learned that who you hang out with, man, and the people you surround yourself with has a lot to do with who you become as a person. You have to surround yourself with. I have to surround myself with people who want to see me do better in life. People who genuinely want to push me and see me do good. I have a good group of people right now by my side that they support me 100% in everything I do, and check up on me, how you doing, and they make sure that I'm not doing nothing dirty. You get what I'm saying? They make sure that they stay on top of me, and that I'm on the right path, and that's one of the things that I learned. And I learned patience. Prison will teach you a great deal of patience, man, and it created a certain type of discipline for me coming out, because now it's like, okay, I want a place, or I want a car, I want this. I can't just, you know, make a car and try to get it, you know, the things that I want. Now I have to think everything through, and make sure that things are done the right way. I'm still learning. As a human being, I'm still learning. I'm learning every day. I'm learning about myself. I'm learning about my wife. I'm learning about my kids, my family, my mother, my father, my sister, my brother. I mean, I'm learning about everybody. Every day I'm learning something new. So every day is a journey, and I just embrace it with positivity. I wrote this when I was actually locked up when I wrote this. I wrote this probably about a year ago, and I've been trying to push this verse. I'll be recording it within the next probably week or two, but I wrote this verse when I was locked up. So 2013, around the time of September, too much shit happened in between, sometimes I can't remember. The feds banging on the door, dragged down to the floor, days in and out of court, now in prison. Fast forward, laying in my rack, staring at the ceiling, down to go home, man. I'm tired of this feeling, I'm tired of working out, I'm tired of reading books, I'm tired of being surrounded by these motherfucking crooks. But who am I to judge? I really ain't no different. I was playing with the molly and scamming, trying to get it, no matter what it was. All I did was hustle, I never give a fuck, boy, I got it from the muscle. I was in the feds, stood in line for everything. Phone with my dog, hope he sent some money in. You made a little money, but you told on your plug. That's why you were down and nobody showed you love. I don't mind taking losses when I know what the cost is. I learn from my mistakes and I learn from the bosses. I ain't never tried to be somebody that I ain't. I'm Picasso with the music and my life is the paint. We were hustling back then, you know, making stacks, but you went and tried to smash my girl behind my back. And when I caught my case, I could have got you back, but even though you a fuck boy, I still ain't no rap. Legacy B. I actually wrote this song when I was in prison. I wrote this song for my wife, so here it goes. Prison to prison, I had them shackles on my ankles, on the bus, missing freedom while I'm staring out the window, praying that my girl don't leave me to be single, cause she knows how much I needed support for my mental. Never simple, all the shit that we've been through. Tried my best with all the letters I sent you. Wrote a verse for every time that I missed you, thinking about those lips and how I couldn't wait to kiss you. 15, 16, that good car, we were taking a trip, la 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 la. We were only some kids, just exploring our thoughts. Everybody always said we wouldn't make it this far. 28, 29, still riding together. Yeah, we've been through some shit, but it just made us better. Now we bond like James, yeah, we better than ever. A rider like no other, I thank God that I met her. Astronaut of love to the moon and back, like the stars in the skies you will see. That as long as I'm alive, you will never be alone. I promise that you'll always have me. I promise, I promise, I promise that you'll always have me. Yeah, I promise, I promise, I promise that you'll always have me. You never judge me is I can't believe that you're going away. And fire makes diamonds, so you went through it. So now you're shining right through my music. Love languages, spoken fluent, so they don't understand how we can do it. And I love it when you compliment me. And I love it when you talk like a freak. And I love it when you call me a king. Girl, you're my queen, we're royalty. Them other girls can't do what you do. Ride like you, make me smile like you. And I don't ever wanna be without you. Lies everywhere, but girl, you're the truth. Astronaut love to the moon and back. Like the stars in the skies, you will see that as long as I'm alive, you will never be alone. I promise that you'll always have me. Alright, so again, I go by the name of Legacy B. Wasted talent, man. I spent a couple years in prison and I wasted my talent. But I ain't giving up. Never giving up on my hopes, on my dreams. I'm not giving up, man. I got a dream and I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. I promise you I'm gonna get there.